Peace. This is Anpu Ra with another video on astral travel. The last video I did was in December, I think 29th. Um, I had a lucid dream. And a lucid dreaming, like I said before, just being conscious within your dreams. I also stress about to keep a log in your dreams. A lot of crazy things happens in my dream that it's kind of weird. It kind of like try to wakes me up to be conscious. I mean, I should. Most of the times it happens, and sometimes it don't. Lucid dreaming and astral traveling pretty much go hand in hand. And if you out there and you had a lucid dream, and it's just an amazing experience. It's like you in a whole different world. It's like you live in another life. You know what I'm saying? Rules are just different. You know, I just encourage people to try to have a lucid dream. Some people can do it, some people can't. I mean, I don't know the science behind that, but it's just an amazing feeling to be, conscious while you dreaming. Um, Also, within that, it started off as just a regular dream. I saw some friends of mine that had a connection with each other, and it kind of the message kind of went through and came true. That's happened to me a lot throughout the years. I have dreams and they'll just come true. Um, on this one was this segment I'm gonna talk about right now is about what happened to me on January 5th, 2015. Okay, which was a Monday. You know, and if you've been following me through this through my journal, I mean, I started my journal pretty much from 2012. I mean, I've been having these experiences for years since I was a kid, but I really started documenting this stuff around 2012. You know, Happy New Year to everybody. Now it's 2016. It's kind of like, damn, what is this year gonna bring to me? What kind of experiences I'm gonna have this year? Because 2012 is when it just started happening at least once a month, sometimes two times in 1 month. Um, it's not happening as much, you know, as I used to. I mean, I don't know if it's the habits that I used to have back then. You know, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah. I mean, these experiences been happening to me for years, but since 2012, it's just been happening a lot, and that's when I started documenting this stuff. So 2012 all the way up to 2015, I've been having these experiences, trying to figure out the answers to my questions for myself, and for others out there too that are watching them, these videos. I mean, that's how I started to learn a lot of things just watching other people YouTube videos that had the same experiences. Um, it could be scary, you know, for those that happens to someone for the first time. It's not an easy thing to cope with. It's really difficult. You feel very isolated because it's like damn if you do, damn if you don't. If I tell somebody, they gonna think I'm crazy. That I'm telling them that I'm leaving my body, in the middle of the night, in a different dimension. People would think you fucking crazy. But then if you don't say something and you keep it all bothered, all up in you, then it kind of bothers you. You get all stressed out and like you feel like you need to, let someone know within, any issues that you're dealing with. This goes to any issues you're dealing with in life. You know, Sometimes people don't like to talk about certain issues that they have, and internally it kind of fucks with them. You know, but when you speak about it, it's therapy. When you speak about it, you're okay with it. You feel better. And I think that's what I was doing in the beginning, I was speaking to two of my good friends, and it helped me a lot. And also, watching other people YouTube videos, it helped me a lot. It's like, okay, I'm not the only one who having these experiences. And I spoke to two other people that, have some type of knowledge of it. I mean, they never like had that experience, but they had the knowledge of it and they understood. So just to share that experience with someone was also helpful. You know, some people that are really, really, truly religious, if they would have had this experience, they would think that the devil is after them or it's something demonic. But this is something that we all do every day when we lay our heads to sleep. We all astral travel. Your soul leaves your body, but most of the time you're not conscious of it. You're not conscious of it. But me, on the other hand, I've been very conscious at certain times. So, and these are the experiences that I'm kicking to the public. But back to this experience on January 5th, 2015, which was a Monday. This one was very interesting. This one was very, very interesting. Um, I must start off saying that I didn't do too well in this experience. I really didn't. And let me explain why. Um, so the January 5th, right? So like I told you before, I was staying at my sister-in-law's house. And, I saged the whole house. I always felt like this negative energy within the house. But on this day, I was moving from my sister-in-law's house. Me and my girl, we finally got an apartment. We got an apartment, which is the apartment that I'm in right now. I mean, when I came down here, I was still in that New York mode. You know what I'm saying? It was like boom, boom, boom. I came down here with nothing. I left two of my jobs within New York. I was in the education field, a teacher, and also worked at the boys club. I love kids, man. Kids is they're the future. I just have this thing with children and teaching. It's one of my natural abilities. I'm a teacher. You know what I'm saying? And I left both jobs. Love my jobs. I had some good coworkers that I worked with, and left both of them. Me and my girl, we came down here just to live a better life because it's just so expensive to live in New York. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, we had a two-bedroom apartment in New York, paying $1,600 for rent, and shit is fucking like is what people pay for mortgages down here. I'm paying for an apartment now so much less, and it comes with all the amenities, and pool, and tennis courts, gym, and all types of. I find parking. There's parking. Ain't no parking in New York. For those out there that know New York, I mean, it's just a crazy lifestyle to live. But came down here. Long story short, I mean, I was just still on that New York mode, just that fast pace. Got jobs fast. You know, stayed with my sister-in-law for like 4 months and got out. It was just real fast, moving real fast. Still in that fast mode. Now I'm starting to slow down a little bit, just a little bit. But so we finally got our apartment, and we were just so happy. We were just so happy to get our own place because for those people out there that live with other people, it's just not easy. Even if they family or friends, I like my own space. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we had our own room and our own bathroom. It's a big old house, but still, it's not for us. We like our own space. So we got our own place, and we had packed everything in the moving truck that night. Okay, that night we had packed everything up in the moving truck and had the moving truck parked in the driveway, locked up and shit like that. And we didn't have no, our beds. Everything was in there in the moving truck. So we we slept on a couch. Me and my girl, we slept on a couch bed. It's one of them couches that you pull the bed out from out the couch. We slept on that night. So, well, that night around 3 a.m. again, it's always around the same time. And I always say that that's like the magical hour. So it happened around 3 a.m. I was in a dream. Okay, I was in a dream and I felt the vibration. And the vibration is very strong. It's a very overwhelming experience. It's very strong. You feel like you're having a heart attack, to be honest with you. Sometimes, like when I started having this when I was younger, I thought something was wrong with me. You know, I really thought something was wrong with me. And then on top of that, I used to get these headaches. I used to always get these migraines when I was young. And I remember my foster parents, my aunt, my uncle, they took me to the doctor. I got a CAT scan on my brain and shit. They was nervous because I would always have these headaches. And I thought it had something to do with the vibration. I never told them back then that I was getting these vibrations, but I don't know if it had anything to do with it. But growing up, I always thought something was wrong with me, like medically, not knowing that it was something spiritually happening to me, you know, I learned this down the line. But yeah, I felt the vibration. And when I felt the vibration, I had opened my eyes real quick. And not my physical eyes, but I was already in the astral realm. Because it's like you don't have to necessarily leave your body to see the astral realm. You know what I'm saying? It's like once that vibration shakes you out of your physical shell, you're already separated. It only takes you just to get up and start exploring. So like most of the times when I have these vibrations, I won't get up, but I would just like open my astral eyes to look, and you will see, what's in the astral realm. Pretty much the fourth dimension just looks the same, but then you start seeing entities. You know what I'm saying? That's something different. You'll see, beings standing next to your bed, or some crazy looking creatures and shit that you've never, seen before. So when I opened my eyes, like I said, I was in the astral realm already. I had opened my eyes real quick, and it was a being standing next to next to the couch bed on my side. And of course, I panicked. I tried to move, couldn't, and the being was just standing there next to me. And the being did look like a shadow being, but it was just one of them. I always had like experiences of three of them, but this time it was just one of them. And I felt like if the being was holding me down with his thoughts, you know, no matter what I did, I couldn't move. I tried to reach out, and it was crazy because we was having like this mental battle. In the physical realm, if it was in the physical realm, me and him would be throwing hands and we'd be fighting. But in this realm, we were like having this mental battle. It was like it was battling me to not leave my body and move. And I'm sitting there trying to fight back with my mind, like, come on, move your hands, move your hand, try to grab it, like, and it was like an ongoing battle, like on some Star Wars shit with the Force, with the mind. It was crazy. And I remember one point, like I tried to reach out. I reached out, my right hand, and I'm trying to like grab it because it was so close to me, and it was like I was trying to like trying to push to grab this motherfucker because I knew his intentions was not good at all. I mean, I don't know. It was just standing there next to me. I just like, listen, I'm ready to beat your ass. Let's get it. Like, and I heard this, like, it's gonna sound strange, but this is the best way I can describe it. I heard a robotic sound, like when the Transformers are changing from the car to the to the robot. That it was like a robotic sound, and a shock went through my whole body. When I was trying to grab it, it lifted up his right hand, and when it lifted up his right hand, it made this sound, and that sound it was like a shock that went through my whole fucking body. Like, I felt that shit, and I got scared. I am not gonna lie, because this was the first time that's ever, happened to me. That was the first time. I mean, I had shadow beings grab my arm, touch me, like poking at me and shit like that. And like one time, when to grab my arm, like it felt real cold. It felt real cold, like someone with like freezing hands just grabbed me. But this experience is something is never happened to me before. So I was scared. I tried to scream, nothing came out. I tried to kick my girl to wake her up. I still couldn't move. I also saw the wall behind me started to change, as if the being was trying to loop me into a dream. But but I fought it with my mind. Like, as it was standing here, I'm looking behind it. I see in the fourth dimension, like I said, everything looks the same. And then as I'm looking behind it, the the scenery of the room started to change. I saw like curtains, like big long curtains, and it was like waving. And I fought that shit with my mind, and then it went back to what the room actually looked like in the fourth dimension. So we was having this ongoing battle with the mind. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to scream, but I could hear myself trying to scream, but only thing that was coming out was a moan. Like I was trying to moan, like, but I was trying to really scream. And the moan was really low. I tried again. And I guess, my girl heard me. So she had grabbed me, and once she grabbed me, then I was able to move. And I sat up real fast, and the being was gone. I mean, I'm in the third dimension now because she broke me out of it. And boom, I got up, I sat up real quick, and it was crazy. It was gone. And I put here, I know for sure that that being could only be seen, you know, in that higher realm, which I call the fourth dimension. The dimension just looks like this one. Everything in the living room looked the same. It's hard to explain. Like, here I am having this astral traveling experience in the living room, because we slept in the living room on a couch bed, and when I separated, everything in the living room looked the same. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what room or where I'm at. It's everything just still looks the same when I'm having these experiences. And I was scared, man. I was scared because I felt the power. That shock that it gave me. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt, but it felt weird. It didn't hurt me. It's like, you know how you touch something real quick and you get a little shock. Like, it doesn't really hurt. Like, ah, man, my hand hurt now. Like, it didn't hurt. It just gives you it's like electrical current. Like, it was weird. You know what I'm saying? But that shit scared the shit out of me. And yeah, I knew that his intentions was to attack. Was attack. So, it knew my intentions was to attack, because I was just like on defense mode when I saw it so close to me. It was just standing there. It was tall. It was a tall one too. And I just try to grab that shit and like like and try to beat the hell out of it. I don't know what I was trying to do. I just reacted in fear, and that's why I said, man, that's one of the hardest things, the focusness, to stay focused, and then try not to fear the unknown. I mean, maybe this thing wasn't trying to hurt me. Maybe his intentions wasn't what I thought it was. Because it's the unknown, we automatically fear these things. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck his intentions was. I don't know. It didn't speak to me. It didn't tell me I'm gonna get you or nothing like that. But it went on defense mode, you know, because it knew my intentions was to attack. And then when I was trying to grab it, and like soon as I got my hand close, it lifted up his right hand, and it had long fingers like an alien, like if some shit you see on the movies with aliens and shit. Like it had these long fingers. I didn't count how many fingers there were or nothing like that. But I just remember the features of the hand was he had like very long, skinny fingers. And like this robotic sound came from this entity, and a shock went through my whole fucking body. Like, chill out, homie. Chill. Like, he was trying to tell me, chill. You know, and then it was trying to loop me into something different, like different, like into a dream. I seen the background change right before my eyes, and I'm conscious of this. I'm conscious the whole time. I'm seeing this, and I'm like, oh hell no! I know where I'm at. I'm in this living room, so I'm like fighting it with my mind. It's like the battle of the mind, man. So the unknown is what we all fear. Again, what I wrote. I let my fear get the best of me. So that was January 5th. So that's how I started my New Year's last year. that's that's how I started my New Year's last year, man. Um, but I was a little disappointed in myself, and it's crazy because that experience was just so fucking crazy. And I remember, getting up in the morning. It was hard to focus because I knew what just happened to me, and then I'm about to move, getting up early in the morning to drive to the new apartment and start bringing this stuff to the house. And I couldn't focus the whole time. This is just playing in my head. I'm like confused and all discombobulated, like what just happened. And my girl knew something was up. She knew something was up. And she was like, "What's wrong?" Because that night I didn't tell her what happened because I didn't want to scare her because I knew she needed her rest, and I didn't want to scare her. I just told her I had a bad dream because when she grabbed me and I broke free, I just sat up real quick, and I got real emotional that day. You know, um, she was like, "What happened?" So that in the morning when we woke up and stuff, she knew something was up. I told her what happened, and I started to cry. I started to cry, and she didn't take it too well. To be honest with you, oh no, don't start this now, don't do this now. We about to move this and the third, and I sucked it up. Like, you're right, you're right. Cut the emotions out. It was like whatever. Like I said, this information is you just can't share this type of information with just anybody. Especially for those people out there that are looking for answers and just looking for help. And this is why I'm making these videos because shout out to those that are watching my videos. I got hit up the other day. This one dude from UK. Shout out to you. Like I said, I don't make these videos for you know to get a bunch of views and to get money off of YouTube and become this YouTube sensation star or whatever. No, I'm not no YouTube guru. I just keep it real, man. Only reason why I'm making these videos is because I've been having these experiences. You know what I'm saying? I've been having these experiences, and it was really rough. It was really rough dealing with this on my own. So I just hope that my videos will help somebody else and just let them know, yo, there's more to life than this physical realm. And I'm pretty sure if you watching my videos, you onto something. And yes, there is a whole nother world out there, man. And a whole type of dimensions, and you hear about it in other people's videos, read about it in these books. But I'm here to tell you, man, I'm a proof of that product, of that experience, and it's real. It's very real. Entities, astral realms, flying, these these abilities. It's it's real. And like I said, it's very hard to, you know, share this information, man. I mean, like I do music as well. So, I'll put like a song or two on this channel, and I'll tell one of my friends to check this song out that I did. And they'll listen to the song, and then they'll see my face. You know how YouTube is, you see if the other, related videos on the side, and they will watch it and be like, yo, what is that about? This astral traveling, because I never told nobody. I never told nobody. A lot of my friends were like, yo, it's pretty interesting. It's funny because my nephew the other day, he I told him to listen to one of my songs that I did. So he was like, oh yeah. He texted me and said, oh yeah, I've watched the other videos on that astral traveling. Pretty interesting. you know. So I mean, like I said, I haven't told, I ain't told really nobody until these past few, these past 2 years. All this time I've been having these experiences, I ain't told nobody. I was just dealing with it as best as I can. So yeah, that experience, man, that was crazy. It was crazy. And to be honest with you, at that moment, I felt like it was trying to attack me, and his intention was bad. But now that reviewing the experience, and it's just it wasn't trying to do anything. It was just standing next to me. But who knows? You know what I mean? I have encountered these shadow beings before, and I'm pretty sure they were probably just feeding off my energy and shit like that. But I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. But for those out there that astral travel, just you're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hit me up in a comment, hit me up. I could probably try to answer your question as best as I can. Um, and like I said, I have ways of you know doing other things to get my mind off the bad situations I go through in life. Like I said, I do music. I also have a YouTube channel where I do most of my music is at, because I realize that if I send people to listen to my songs on this YouTube channel, they're gonna find these actual traveling videos. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. You know, it's just not. So I created another YouTube channel where I just put just all my songs, and I do all my beats, I write all my songs, I record myself. I'm a one man band. I do it all myself. If y'all want to check it out, it's a 194 Milano, and that's my YouTube page for my music. You know what I'm saying? 194 Milano, and it'll take you to just strictly music. And yeah, that's one of my talents. I'm a teacher. I do music. I astral travel. I do it all. Half man, half amazing. But on that note, I'm gonna say peace. Uh, thank you for watching. Again, for the viewers out there, thank you. Appreciate the love. Definitely appreciate the love. Until we meet again, you know what I'm saying? That's how my 2015 started, We are now 2016, Here we go. Let's buckle up for the ride. So I'm gonna leave y'all in peace. Hotep. This is Anpu Ra with a video on astral travel. Peace.